Well, hey everybody, it's Tom here. Welcome back to my shop. So, apologize, hadn't got a video out in the last couple weeks, but as you know, my wife had foot surgery. She's doing well, thank you for all the well wishers, but she's in a cast, still can't get around. She's got 2 or 3 more weeks in the cast, depending on when this video posts, and then she goes to a boot. And when she goes to a boot, she might be able to move around a little bit more. So if that's the case, then I'll actually get down here and get some more shop time. So that's where we're at with the videos and my wife. Got a small project here, figured I'd film it, give you guys some content. So you're looking at is a corded Porta band. Customer brought this to me. He wants to make a Porta band, I guess small little bandsaw kind of deal, you know, at like Swag Off-Road sells the kit, and there's a couple other ones out there where you mount the bandsaw, you know, like this, and then so it's running in a vertical mode, and then you can just you know, cut your stuff, your stock or whatever. So that's what he wants to do. He wants me to build him one because he's going to put this in the back of his service truck. So, you know, he doesn't want the Swag Off-Road stuff. It's you know, a little bit different design. I'd have to modify it, and by the time we spend all that money, he didn't want to go that route because I already suggested it, just so you guys would know. So we're going to build something, you know, somewhat on the cheap, but it's got to be functional. So that's the challenge. So let's go out to my material storage container, see what we can round up, and we'll get this project started. All right. See what we can find, Chaos. Well, I found some scrap. We'll see how this works out. So here is the saw and its flesh. And for you guys that aren't sure what I'm talking about, so basically this has to sit like this up here, and then of course the blade is here, and then you just, you know, cut your material that way. He said he doesn't need a platen, so if he comes back later and wants one, we can make one. I guess he's just gonna, you know, hold it and do that. Not really sure. So just kind of laying things out right now. We got 1/4-inch plate, and we'll go ahead and just get these 2 pieces cut off, and we'll use this section here, and this will be basically the flat bottom. So that's the piece you just saw me cut out on the bandsaw. And I cut this down and I welded up the couple random holes that this piece had. So now, thinking something like this, I'll just tack this and we'll start fitting it up. So you just saw me mill these slots, and I'm going to use worm clamp, hose clamp, whatever you want to call it, to clamp down the bottom. So it's going to sit something like that. I'm trying to make it so it's convenient to install and remove, because, you know, unfortunately there's a lot of dishonest people in the world today, and you can't just leave your stuff in the back of the bed of your truck. So this will work out good. You can just clamp this one down, and now we just got to figure out some sort of support here to lock this down, and then I can weld everything up. So let me figure out a couple fingers or what kind of support I want to run from this post over to here. Somebody's ready to play? You ready? Alright, we got the cigar today. So I got skills, don't you, buddy? He is wound up. We're back down in the shop again. Try to wrap up the Porta band holder. All right. Get him to burn some calories. Oh, he's relentless. All right, bud, last one. Now I gotta get back to work. I'm gonna throw this one high, all right? You ready? Airmail. Oh. Trying to come up with an idea for support to run off the top of this post here and secure the top part. So I removed the handle, and what I'm thinking about doing is, running a horizontal support off of here, come into here, and then use the existing cap screw that I just dropped to secure it like that. So pretty simple that way. One screw, one worm clamp, and you can remove this. Now let me get my phone out and I'll show you. I'm working a little bit off the design he showed me in his text, so you guys kind of get an idea where I'm going with it, and hopefully you can see it pretty well. Let me turn these lights off. Hang on, because it'd probably wash it out. So let's see if I can hold this so you guys can see that. So this one's made out of aluminum. Got the aluminum base, and then you've got that same post like I'm using. They're just using a couple worm clamps. They kept it simple, so I'm kind of going off that design there. So let me figure something out. Now we get it. This is what I've come up with. Looks like it'll work pretty good. I haven't welded it in yet. It's just being held on by that socket head cap screw. I'm just doing a little bit of final here, making sure she's tucked in tight. You can see down right there, so it registers positively against the metal body of the saw. And then this looks parallel, so I think that'll work for them. I'll go ahead and get this welded in and then let it cool down, and that should be it. I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit. I'll let him paint it because I don't know what color he wants it,
And like I said, I'm not going to put any mounting holes in the base because I'm not sure exactly where he's going to mount it in the bed of the truck. So I'll leave that up to him. And the way I understand it is they put a worm clamp around the trigger here, and they just take the plug and either put it into a switched socket or like an extension cord that's got a rocker switch on it, so they can turn it on and off that way and not have to worry about the switch. The switch stays on, in case you guys got any questions. So let me get this welded up. And well, there it is in its finished state. It seems to be pretty secure. I just trimmed down this top, make it look a little better, plus sticking up, you know, it's going to gouge you. So a little bit of refinement on this thing. She seems to be, like I said, solid. I did extend the guide down here, so we got a little bit of I guess work area, if you want to call it. He said he didn't want to platen on this thing, so he may change his mind. I'm not sure what kind of material he's cutting. So only thing left to do, let's plug it in and see how it cuts. It is variable speed. I got it on like 2.5. Alrighty, you saw it in real time. It cut just fine. If it was me, I'd like a platen. It kind of just gives you a little bit of a safety barrier, you know, so you're not so close to the moving blade. But oh well, this is what the customer wanted. Alright guys, there it is. One fairly simple, fun project. A Porta bandsaw mount, I guess you want to call it, or a stand. So as you saw, it worked pretty well. I'd still prefer platen, but you know, you make what the customer wants. So it's nice and sturdy. Oh, I need to do a little bit of deburring right there. So doesn't want to move around. I guess, you know, he could add an extra worm clamp here if he felt it necessary, but for me, it worked fine. I'm not sure how hard he's going to try to shove material and what he's trying to cut. But like I said, it doesn't want to move. I've got it down here in the bottom, so it locks in this way and it's pulled here. So it should be good, I think, for what he wants. He can always bring it back and I can always tweak it. So hope you guys enjoyed the little welding and fabricating project. I appreciate you watching. Appreciate you subscribing. I'm not sure what next week's video is going to be about, if I get a chance to get down in the shop or not. You know, still babysitting my wife. She's doing well. By the time I post this, I think she gets her cast off and she goes to a walking boot in about 10 days. So fingers crossed. We'll see. Anyways, Thanks for all the support. Leave a comment down below. Thumbs up always help the channel, and we'll catch you on the next project and the next video. All right, see ya. Bye.